not violent, they are non-violent agitators, and the whole world actually crowned them with that incentive, the most peaceful agitators in the world. His name, the leader, is Mazi Simon Njoko. As far as I'm concerned, the second person in command to Mazi nnamdikanu is that young man, Simon Ekpa, the second in command of IPOB. A wonderful one, and I can actually tell you that the United Nations president is United Nations Secretary General. He was the former Portuguese, Prime Minister. His name is Antoni Guterres. So the freedom fighters all over the world, not only in Nigeria, freedom fighters in Bazonia, Cameroon, they were being killed, maimed in their large number by the then Cameroonian government, still under Pobia. They were killed and maimed in Cameroonian government under Amada Hijo. So let me tell you, currently, Bazonia is coming because actually United Nations USA has actually begun to intervene in conflicts, serious pogrom or confrontation between Cameroon and Bazonia. And then again, we were seeing what actually went on in 1967. From 1967 to 1970, Biafra and Nigeria fought silly. They fought themselves, and the Western world were interested, sponsored by, led by the Great Britain, who actually supported Nigeria military clique with lethal weapons. They supplied them weapons, turning their backs on Igbo. And we were all colonized by Britain in the past. Even if you ask me, I will tell you that people that bought into British culture and tradition are the Igbos, because we are all Christians. The British man supported the Arab Fulanis because of what they should gain or eat. And today we are seeing the fire of that same Biafra war burning under Mazi nnamdikanu, who was illegally rendition from Nairobi, Kenya into Nigeria. I'm telling you right away that when Kanu was at least arrested in 2021, he was incarcerated, kept dormant, wasted, stagnated at DSS facilities. Everything went down. The Igbos, everybody turned to what? Ice cool. Nobody was saying anything again until someone took it upon himself, denying himself social life, denying himself his wife and family, and took it upon himself to make sure that the fire of Biafra is not killed. And today, in the person of Mazi nnamdikanu, we've seen a renewed version of Biafra agitation that actually started in the faraway Scandinavian Europe. He pumped every material support to make sure that indigenous people of Biafra are agitating, going from place to place with Biafran flag. They are not violent. They are non-violent agitators, and the whole world actually crowned them with that incentive, the most peaceful agitators in the world. His name, the leader, is Mazi Simon Njoko. As far as I'm concerned, the second person in command to Mazi nnamdikanu is that young man, Simon Ekpa, the second in command of IPOB. Two of them are incarcerated right now. That was what prompted the United Nations President or Secretary General Antoni Guterres for making that statement that he will never sleep, seeing the freedom fighters all over the world going what they are going through presently. He has taken it upon himself, the United Nations Secretary General, to make sure that Mazi nnamdikanu is abruptly, as fast as, let off the hook of the wicked Nigerian DSS facilities. See, the DSS over the years has kept this man more than 50 months now in one place, denying him his doctors, denying him his lawyers. His medical team has never been given allowance, the chance to go and check on Nnamdi, which is why we are happy. We are at least publicizing it, making it known to everybody in Nigeria that if nnamdikanu dies, Nigeria will die. Everybody, every champion that are part of nnamdikanu's whatever, if it happens to that, I'm telling you, will actually bear the responsibility. They don't allow his doctors, they don't allow his wife, they don't allow his brothers. What has he committed? Nothing. Simply because he's agitating for his nation, Biafra. Come quote me, the kind of treatment given to this man has given the Biafra nation the kind of rapid exits that the Fulanis has never ever dreamt of. Come what may, Nnamdi Kanu is coming out, and the administration of Buhari and all its components that actually abducted Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, they should actually go to ICC and answer to it. Especially the Malami, the then Attorney General of the Federation, who actually give that kind of abnormal legal process take place in Nigeria. I think Malami is not qualified to be a primary 2 student, let alone an Attorney General of a federation called Nigeria. Malami is more poorly educated than Almejeri that begs food on the street of Kanu. Malami Abubakar is not qualified to hold any public office in Africa because he is a letdown to legal practitioner. He is a letdown to law, up to international jurisprudence, international law. Malami, the former Attorney General of Federation under Buhari regime, is a letdown to justice. They are actually rubbishing themselves on the global legal platform. A whole Attorney General of Federation could actually allow that kind of injustice to take place in Nigeria. Malami has failed in all its ramifications. I think his certification as a lawyer has actually disqualified him, demoted him, not to even handle magistrate court, where marital issue, marriage between man and man, is being treated in Nigeria. Malami is a dullard, a legal dullard. He should be subjected or demoted to legal, small scale, pocket, legal practitioner. Not to that level where he found himself before. Because he's a man that violates fellow man. Thinking that his Hausa language can actually paint Nnamdi black. He spoke and attack with abusive word at Nnamdi on 21st June 2021. After the abduction of Nnamdi from Kenya.
Okay, and we've seen Ngozi Orabueze Twitter account suspended, and now a lot of Biafrans online have come out to accuse the Tinubu government of making this happen yesterday. It was shocking that her account was suspended. They said she go against the policy of Twitter, and for that she could not pass information to that she supposed to have passed for people to but I think she's gotten a new account now. But do you think that the Nigerian government, just like what they did to Ekpa, do you think that they are going against her?
No, they cannot. That's the policy of X. X policy, Ngozi Orabueze handle violates it, and Elon Musk doesn't respect anybody. Elon Musk is doing his job. That establishment belongs to Elon Musk. So he's not having anything to do with Tinubu administration. Tinubu himself is a violator of law, due process, equity and justice. He's a man that actually violated the court order to release an innocent man in the recent time. Buhari did it in the past. Tinubu has done it. So X could never have looked that way, to disobey or to rubbish someone like that, like Ngozi Orabueze. They are following their community policy. I don't know what I understand. That's why they actually, let me say, strike Orabueze's X account. So there's no issue with that. And again, Elon Musk could not have stooped that low, playing game of politics with Nigerian government. Elon Musk in question, I think I see him aligning with Trump and the Biafra international lobbyists to make sure that he come down to southeastern Nigeria and develop Igbo land. Elon Musk will never have anything contrary like that. So what happened is that he went against the policy of X, then the communication policy. Anything about Nigerian government, all the social media giants, they know Nigerian government as a government, illegitimate government, a government that is full of fallacies. So they wouldn't have at least done anything like that.
That's how the government going around lavishing money on Simon Ekpa. Wasting money on Simon Ekpa. How is Simon Ekpa become a problem to Nigeria? Since Simon Ekpa have been deprived not to speak to Biafra, has the insecurity of Nigeria stopped? The answer is no.
Suspend our account. But do you think that Nigeria government can continue with this? We saw what they did to Ekpa, and again, they are with Ongos even planning to even arrest her, possibly. What's your take as regards?
The truth, if it is Nigeria government that is going for Orabweze, I think it's not the solution to it. Because if you block Orabweze account, another person will stand up again. There are millions of people, thousands of people, Biafrans, who can do more than what Orabweze is doing. So blocking that woman account is not what is not needed. Now that the IPOB have revealed the secret that Igbos are not the one that planned the coup. Don't forget that because of this coup, Igbos have been denied to go into the corridors of power after the Biafra war. After the Gowon have said to the Igbos that no victor, no vanquish. Igbos have been in the vanquish side. Don't allow them to come near to the corridor of power. But now that the secret has been revealed, for me, I will have think by now nnamdikanu should have been free from the hand of DSS. Because if you look at the first place, what make Nnamdikanu to come out to fight for Biafra was because of this injustice, this marginalization given to the Igbos, whereby you don't allow them to come into the corridors of power. Don't forget that the former vice president said that without Igbo, no Nigeria. They are the one that control the economy, which is the person of Osibanjo. Even the president and vice president also testified to it, that when he went to Imo State, Enugu State, that Igbos are the engine rooms of the economy of Nigeria. So if you agree that these people are the engine room of the economy of Nigeria, why don't you give them chance to rule? So for me, blocking Orabweze Twitter account is a waste of time, and it's waste of Nigerian resources, taxpayers' money. Look at what is happening in America now. Donald Trump have told UK that every penny that Joe Biden spent on them during the war, that Ukraine are going to pay heavily for it. Because it's taxpayers' money. That's how a reasonable country, a country that is governed by rule of law, works. You don't pay people taxpayers' money. That's how the government going around lavishing money on Simon Ekpa. Wasting money on Simon Ekpa. How is Simon Ekpa become a problem to Nigeria? Since Simon Ekpa have been deprived not to speak to Biafra, has the insecurity of Nigeria stopped? The answer is no. We are in this country a few weeks ago where the Fulani bandit stormed Benue, Ebonyi State, and killed over 30 people, choosing members who are going to church. So instead of Nigerian government to face on the insecurities and work on the foreign country, as I speak to you, hunger is leveraging Nigeria. The economy of Nigeria is in shambles. Yes, you keep going after these people in the diaspora. If Nigeria is okay, do you think reasonable Igbo people will believe on Simon Ekpa? Simon Ekpa that is not even in Nigeria. Dr. Orabweze that is not in Nigeria. It's because of Nigeria is not working. Many Nigerians are jobless. That's why they have time. That's why Nigerian government give them time to listen to Simon Ekpa or listen to Samuel or Orabweze, because they feel that these people are fighting for them. So for me, blocking Orabweze Twitter account for me is not the solution to the problem.
It's not the solution. Okay, and we know that she has created a new account, and with what I've seen, a lot of Biafrans on Twitter so upset. They said if they have their way, they will also block that of President Tinubu for this injustice. And they said because they know that Tinubu and the government have that Ngozi has a very strong point of view and a very strong voice for coming to expose the Nigerian government and the Nigerian military. That's why they've done this to her. Another thing we want to look at is that the UN have ordered for the release of Simon Ekpa and all freedom fighters around the world. Do you think that the UN have what it takes to let go of Nnamdikanu and Simon Ekpa?
Yes, of course, they have what it takes, because Nigeria, we are just claiming the sovereignty of our own country. Rather than our leader, they went to these people and borrow money. They take order from them. So if the UN truly want to ask the Nigerian government to free some weapons and Nnamdikanu, they will do the needful. Because at the first place, you say, who are the people backing Nigerian government not to release Nnamdikanu? It's Britain. Don't forget that Nnamdikanu is from UK. If the UK will have done the needful, Nnamdikanu will not be in the DSS station today. Because they know that they are making the country, that the Nnamdikanu is exposing their secret on a daily basis. That's why they keep mute. They don't speak of Nnamdikanu. They do all their possible, but because they know that it's going to be against their law. That's why they do all the possible means that Nigerian government did not kidnap Nnamdikanu in the UK. They went to Kenya, one of the African countries, to go and do that unlawful acts by kidnapping Nnamdikanu from Kenya to Nigeria. So for me, there's nothing. It's not going to be a new thing for us. They are the one that supporting Nigerian government to detain Nnamdikanu. If they come and put pressure on the same Nigerian government to release it, of course they will do the needful. But one thing that is sure that Donald Trump is involved, and this is Nnamdi Kanu.
For that wonderful question, the anchor of this great platform. First and foremost, I want to say, Simon Ekpa has come out to say, or has outlined countless times that he said that the Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gun for a second time. Now when he said that, see, Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gun, it means that nobody needs to die for them to exit Nigeria. Now, Ojukwu fought Biafra in a different dimension. Now, Marginalization did it via his own dimension. So Ekpa is taking it globally. And now, we've seen world body recognize Biafra. We've seen the UN and then some other global body have come out to endorse the Biafra struggle. So kudos to him, it is a plus. Some persons have come out to say that Simon Ekpa should be discredited, the likes of Igbo and that of the southeastern governors. But my question is that you said Simon Ekpa should not be taken serious. Then who should be taken serious? The government who is not willing to protect our people? Is it the people who have refused to speak up when the Igbo man has been marginalized in the country? Is it the same governors who have become a tools in the hands of their Fulani master? So for you to even have a character like Simon Ekpa and nnamdikanu to have come out to say enough is enough, that we are tired of this contraption called one Nigerians. It shows that these people have this mindset that, see, they can no longer be the slave. So for him to have even gone as far as to hire lobbyists that will speak on behalf of Biafra in the world in the UN summit, to me it's a plus, and that alone, the voice of Biafrans will be heard globally, and the voice of an Igbo man is also being heard globally. Now let me take it back the line. When Southern Sudan and South Sudan wanted parted ways, nobody killed each other. Nobody go through the route of violence. It was done amicably. So Simon Ekpa is doing it amicably for him to convince world leaders that this thing is possible. And why the government of the day, the present government of Nigeria, are not seeing it that way. Thank you. You can also to the government, the Nigerian government be worried about people. Why would they be worried? The same people have sent assassins to kill Simon Ekpa. Not only he has escaped. So see, one thing about it is that the government of the day, they are panicking. There's panic. You know what it is now. So a particular tribe, or a major tribe, to exit your country. You know how an Igbo man is. You know the investment of an Igbo man is in the country. Now imagine in Nigeria without an Igbo man. Let's just imagine that. That means the Hausa man would now dominate virtually every government parastatals in Nigeria. So now the reason why the Igbo man is still believe that's Nigeria is because the Igbo man is still in the contraption called Nigeria. And eventually, if the Igbo man leaves, my brother, the Yoruba man will know the true meaning of Nigeria, and then we don't know who owns Nigeria. Just like what Angwabula said, he said they are not scared of the Igbos parting, exiting Nigerians. That was what he said. He said they are not scared. Indirectly, that means the other tribe would not have sense of belonging in the country, and we know it. I know it too. And every normal man now has the spirit of dominance. You cannot dominate him. if a Fulani man has a spirit of dominance, for you to dominate him, it will take ages. In any population, you cannot dominate them. So one thing is that so Ojukwu have foreseen this whole thing. That was why he championed this biafra struggle, and now gradually it is now becoming a reality in this contraction called Nigeria. Now there are some Igbo men, some Igbo men are even tired of the system called Nigeria, just because they feel their brother is still in president. Now, my brother, I can bet you, come 2027, the Yorubas will be championing the Republic more than the Igbo man. I can bet you that. That I am very certain of. Yes, we will championing because it is certain when their president, when their brother is being kicked away from the presidency, already there is a plot, and which he himself cannot escape. The president himself knows that there is a plot, and then the big shots in the north are forming alliance. You know it. RFI, a powerful influence in the north, is not in the league. Sorry, is not in good terms with the president. And now nobody can take that factor. What RFI did, or see that made President Tinubu emerge as the president via his own influence. And then we have also the likes of Ambulai, which is the chairman of the Northern Order Forum. He said post-election that the Northern Order Forum supported Tinubu, but from 2027 Tinubu will not get their support. So what does that mean? Now so now if the average Northern person is not given the vote, now where will they get the vote? It should come by 2027. The same thing the Yorubas have tagged the Igbos for. Now they will be the master mind of it, because I can bet you by 2027 Yoruba will stop. And that's the slogan that will continue the trend, is that we are tired of the country, we want to follow the suit of the Igbo man and exit the country. And then the Igbo man now will not take them, tag them for being unserious, because now that the Igbo man is championing for the exit, we are saying the Igbo man is not serious. There are claims that the Igbo man is not serious, but I can bet you when the system will not catch up with you, then you will know why the Igbo man has been championing to exit. Thank you for always coming.